Hi, I'm Hassan,
And I am Alex.
and this is Old News.
Tonight we have in-depth coverage of the newly formed League of Nations. The League of Nations formed in 1920, just after World War I ended. And I think we can all say that we are glad World War I ended. As the League of Nations is an assembly of countries around the world that have agreed to work together to ensure world peace. The organization started upon the proposal of President Woodrow Wilson as one of his 14 points to ensure non-hostile relations in Europe. Because America cares about the well-being of other countries more than anyone else.
As you can see on this representation of the Earth, we have indicated which countries are part of the League of Nations with intricate markings. You may notice that the United States is not part of the League of Nations, but there is a very good reason for this, right, Alex?
Yes, Hassan, the League of Nations does not have its own army, and it is supposed to maintain world peace without using violence. However, we need violence to ensure world peace. How else are we going to teach other countries a lesson? By writing passive-aggressive letters and giving them the silent treatment?
No. We need to use the military. This is exactly why the Soviets didn't join.
Rest assured, the United States has formed its own organization to ensure world peace through military assertion. And that organization is called America.
Speaking of violence, women. Which brings us to our next section, suffering the suffragettes. Freedom rings again across the United States, except this time it sounds more like a shriek, as half the population screams in joy, while the other half screams in agony. With Texas casting the final ratifying vote, the 19th Amendment was passed on August 18, 1920. Thanks to this law, women are now allowed to vote. I'm sorry, I can't even say that with a straight face. Anyway, let's hope that women are satiated with this law. First, we have to let them speak their mind. Then we have to let them vote. Next thing you know, we'll have to treat them like humans. And before long, they'll want to run for president.
In related news, Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony were spotted crying tears of joy, while Jane Addams was spotted twerking in the background.
Was Jane Addams high, or was she drunk? Because a new trend is growing across the United States, people going to secret underground bars to illegally purchase alcoholic drinks. These hideouts are called speakeasies, and there's a rumor going around that there's a speakeasy on every city street. So we sent in our undercover reporter, Jack Daniels, to see what happens at these bars.
Jack Daniels here, reporting live from the Cats Club in New York City. We have found out from a reputable street source that behind this door lies an illegal slew of activities. Of course, we need to give the password before we can gain entry, which I have in my pocket. I am not a cop. We have gained entry. Good day, sir. What a fine establishment this
Hey,
is.
take it easy. You trying to bring the cops here or something?
Oh, sorry.
Calm down.
Sorry.
So what do you want?
I'll take one of your finest whiskeys. Now, I have to test whether or not it is a fraud. There's clearly no alcohol in this. This drink is clearly a fraud. I'll have to get some more information for you guys. I'll report back in a bit.
Thank you for that, Jack Daniels. We'll get back to you soon.
And now for the weather with Barry Tender. To you, Barry.
The weather forecast for tonight is dark with scattered light in the morning.
Thank you, Barry.
And now to Mike with sports.
On September 30th, 1927, George Herman Babe Ruth of the New York Yankees broke his own home run record by hitting his 60th home run against Washington Senators pitcher Tom Zachary. He has written the record book several times, and this is arguably the best player in the MLB, but his record deserves an asterisk. Home runs against solely white pitchers? I would like to see Babe hit 60 home runs with Satchel Paige throwing 105 at his neck. If only Jim Crow wasn't such a racist. In related news, Black people still want rights. Oh, by the way, if you think I'm a racist, I'm actually not. Some of my best friends know black people.
All right, thank you, Mike, for those sports updates.
Now back to Jack Daniels with his update.
My name's still Jack Daniels, and I was just clearly still on alcohol. Watch, you just say. You say it's still on alcohol. I still have no trouble downing it and having it. Oh, here's some more. On second thought, I'm gonna. I just still.
Well, thank you, Jack Daniels, for that very interesting update.
And we have a very special guest tonight. Joanne Cooper, a leader of women's, let's say, rights, is here to talk to us about women's, let's say, rights. And here, we will be having our honored guests, Joanne Cooper, an advocate for women's, let's say, rights, and her husband, our weatherman. Nice to meet you.
Hello, how you doing?
Please
Hello,
take a seat.
everybody.
All right, thank you. Please make yourself comfortable. Tell me, how long have you been a woman?
Well, I've been a woman my whole life. Well, what makes you think differently?
Are you sure?
Positive.
All right, just asking.
Most people do.
Okay. What do you do to advocate women's rights?
Well, I go around and I show off my beautiful figure on shows like this, and people tend to like that. And
Yes,
think,
they do.
Well, my husband's here. I'm not going to say anything about that. But, yeah, people just go, well, I think she should have, let's say, rights.
Okay. So how disheartening was it when you found out that you weren't a man?
I mean, terrible. I mean, I know that women are equal and everything, but it would be so much easier if I were a man. That's why I'm fighting to be just like a man.
Yeah.
Wearing a dress.
So on a scale from Myrtle Wilson to Daisy Buchanan, how much do you love your husband?
Oh, well, that's an easy one, Hassan. Helen of Troy. He knows what it's all.
Yeah. All right. So what are you actually going to do to make a difference?
Well, I mean, women already have the right to vote, so how do you like them apples?
Thank you for watching. That's it for Old News.
Come in here, sexy.
Thanks to this law, women are now allowed to vote. I'm sorry, I can't say that with a straight face. Dude, that's in the script.
Blooper.
As you can see on the spherical representation of Earth, we have indicated which countries are part of the League of Nations within.
It's spherical. It's okay. Watch. I still no alcohol, and I can drink.
The weather forecast is dark.
You're taking to my hair! I didn't like that!
No, we should definitely keep it taped to your hair. Taped to your hair is a good thing. Not that you have that much, but...
What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. This looks like something someone would wear.
It looks bad. I want to say it looks like something would wear.
You look very feminine. It looks like something Joanne Cooper would wear.
Personal fashion boobs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Looks good.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah.
good. Boobs in. Not touching.
The organization started upon the proposal of President Woodrow Wilson as one of the 14 points to ensure non-hostile relations in Europe.